Okay, guys, let's continue. Whilst they are joining, we can't
Yes,
wait
and
because
we have 6 people here.
yeah. Let's continue. We can't wait again. Okay, so um, I'm done with the header tag. I'm done with the header tag. That side, what is most important here is your title. Mm? The most important here will be your title. Just change the title here. Then the next one, we have the HTML tags. We have the HTML tags. Please, can you mute your mic if you are not
Where?
talking?
Where Chinese any game? What
David,
woman?
David. Okay, so let me run quickly through the HTML tags. We have let me start with the paragraph tag, which is denoted by what? P. So any place or anywhere you see this tag, anywhere you see this tag, it represents paragraph. It represents paragraph. So here we can just type anything that you want there. So let me use random text here. So here I have what? A paragraph here. So how do you view this in a browser? How do you view this? So as is that I told you to install live server. So you can just right click on this and go to open with live server. Where is it? Open with live server. Okay, so I think it's here. So when you click on open with live server, it's going to automatically open your browser for you to see something. So that's the text that I have in my P tag. That's a paragraph tag. So this is a paragraph. This is a paragraph. So we have started. This is the first tag. The one who said he doesn't know anything about the HTML. Then, apart from paragraph, we also have the header tags or the headings. So that one is denoted by what? H. That HTML is very simple because when it is paragraph, we use P. When it is heading, we use what? H. When it is, if you want to use bold, italics, and all those properties, you just use the first letter of each name. That's how it works, or each word. So let's say, let's talk about the paragraph. Before that, let me introduce commenting. How do you comment in HTML? How do you comment, or what is commenting? Commenting is just adding what do you call it, like labeling or description or descriptive, describing your code, mm? describing your code for future reference. That's commenting. So let's start. So in HTML, how do you comment? We comment using this tag. We have the opening and the closing tag. Inside that one, the first symbol here is what? The exclamation sign, followed by 2 dash. Then you write your comment here. So let's say our first one, um, our first tag that we are learning in HTML is heading. So you can just write on heading here. So whenever you write comment in programming, the browser or the compiler does not read it. It just skip it. So this one, you are not going to see this in a browser. So let's see. Heading. How do you add the heading to your website? In HTML, we use the what? H tag. The H tag. And the H tag is in different categories. So we are from H1 to H6. And it decreases downwards. That's H1 is the biggest tag. So if you want to use, maybe when you go to myjoyonline.com or any type of website, you can see that the headings are different. We have some of them being bigger than the others. That's how it works. So let's say this is our heading 1. Heading 1 will be denoted by what? H1. So let's say heading 1. Heading 1. Heading 1. Then the next one is what? Heading 2. Let's do it quickly and see if you can start the CSS today. Tomorrow, if you guys will be available, let me know so that after church, the same time, 7 o'clock, we do something. h over h what 4, heading 4. The next one is what heading. I'm going to run all at once. Heading 5. So the reason why I just type H1, then automatically it will write the rest of the code for me is I have a plugin called Emit. I have a plugin called Emit. You have time, you come here, just go here and type Emit, HTML Emit or something. HTML snippet or Emit something. You just let's use snippet tools. Okay, so when you install this in your browser, or when you install this in your, what do you call it, your test editor, automatically is going to assist you to write your codes. But the reason why I didn't introduce this to you, I don't want you guys to be lazy. I want you guys to understand everything yourself before introducing these shortcuts. So the last one is H6. So heading 6. So let's see
Some people are in the waiting room waiting to be allowed in.
oh, sorry. Okay. So let's go back to our browser and see. So these are our various headings. We have heading 1 to heading 6, and you can see it decreases downwards. Guys, are you following? Yeah. Then apart from the heading, the next one is what our paragraph, which I've already explained. So let me add comment here. Paragraphs. Paragraph. All right. Then the next tag. Hey, do you guys really want me to go over this again?
Or you can just brush through, not necessarily a deep.
Because this thing, I remember we have this on our channel. Those of you who are not aware, we have a YouTube channel for this.
I'm sure you will post the channel link on the.
Yes. So guys, I would rather post that channel link for you guys to so those of you who don't know anything about HTML, just go to our YouTube channel. You see whatever we are doing here. I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, so let's switch quickly to CSS, please. I'm begging you. Otherwise, we will not achieve what we want to do.
Okay, carry on.
Okay. So we are moving straight to CSS. We are moving straight to CSS. What is CSS? That's cascading style sheet, adding colors, the sizes, the font sizes, like making your website look nice and attractive. That's CSS. And with CSS, we have so many properties and attributes there. But first, let's see how to add CSS to your page. So we have 3 ways. We have the inline one, then we have the external CSS, and we have the internal one too. So the inline one is you writing the CSS as part of your HTML tags. Then the other one is specifying it in the header. I'm going straight to the point. That's why I'm just rushing. Then the last one, which is the most useful one, or which is the one we normally use, is external one. That's the recommended one. So just you can use any name, just that the extension should be .css. So here let's use, yes, Joseph.
Oh, say I'm sorry. It's
Okay.
it was a mistake.
Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. Okay. So we are going to start with the CSS. Just create a new file here and label it what star dot what CSS, or you can use any name, but the extension should be what .css. Then how do you link these two files together? I've already taught all this, but don't worry. So let's see, how do you do that? You can use the link tag, link. So the link tag has this attribute, that's the relationship or something, the star sheet. Then the href, this is where you point the css. So yeah, the css is in the same folder as what html. So all that you can do, you can just even write the css name here straight. So that's all. You have linked the two files together. Any question here? Any misunderstanding, confusion? Let me know. Okay. So as I said,
What
CSS
about if the CSS file were not
in
in
this.
this?
Okay. Let's assume that that's a very nice question. So let's assume that you have a folder, and let me name the folder CSS. The folder is CSS, and the star.css is inside the CSS folder. Normally, when you are building a project, when I talk about projects, I mean big ones. This, you have to structure your folders and your files. So you have to just create a CSS. Please, Joseph, you're disturbing. So let's say you have the CSS folder, and inside that you have star.css. If you do it this way, it won't work, because right now we have CSS folder which contains the star.css. So all that you have to do is you have to move one backwards. How do you do that? You use the periods or the full stop, then slash /. You see, right now I have my CSS folder coming up or popping up for me. I'll just click on it, another /, then I call it. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's clear. So the dot there is mandatory, right?
Sure. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on to adding stars to your website. In fact, this particular class, I wanted to skip so many things, so but I don't know. You let me start from somewhere. Let me start from the scratch for you guys. With the CSS2, I wanted to move straight to Flexbox, how to lay out a website. That's one of the most crucial parts of any web development stage. This is what embarrass most developers. This one can keep you. It can take a year. If you are learning it on your own, it can take a whole year to understand this thing that I'm going to teach you guys. Okay, so let's see. Should I talk about the colors, the font size again for you guys?
Yes, please.
Hey,
Yeah, a bit will not be bad.
guys, please let me know. So I'm asking you, should I
Where,
start
where,
from?
Robert,
Yes, sir.
we have very brand new students in this class. So if you skip so many things, a lot of people will be in a limbo.
Yeah. I understand. But most of the things that I'll be saying here is on our channel. And you look at how the classes. My channel, I don't sit down like how the other YouTubers do. It's interactive, like what we are doing now. So normally the classes are the timing or the duration is very long. So the students normally even complain, say, we like your class, but your time in there, You understand?
Yeah.
So even I plan of not recording this tutorials for you, because I wanted to sit down and do it myself, like the way they do it, edit it and post it there for you. But that one too, it takes a lot of time and I don't have it. Okay, so let's start with the properties as you guys are saying, so that tomorrow, if you're able to cover it tomorrow, God willing, we start with the flex box for you. Okay, so let's see properties. That one I'm going to run quickly on it. Let me still use my heading, the header tags. So let's say heading 1. or just heading. And let me introduce the next one. Let's say paragraph. Okay. Okay. So let's see how to add styles to these two texts, just the heading and the paragraph. So if you want to add, let's say you want to change the color of this, there are so many ways, or there are three main ways of adding CSS to your HTML tags. There are three main ways. We have using the what? Targeting the elements themselves. That is, you can target just H1 and change everything about H1 here. I don't know whether it makes sense for you guys. Let's target the body. Let's add a background color to our website. How do you add a background, the background of how to change the background color of your website? Let's see. So how do you do that? You can just target the body tag here. All that you have to do is, as the name is body, you just come here. I don't know whether I can split my screen for you guys. So HTML will be here, CSS will be here. Is that cool? Okay. So
Yes, that's okay.
let's write body. Then you just what? What's happening? Do not use what? Empty. I have a lot of body. I don't know why it's been underlined. Let's move on. Okay, so the body, all that you have to do is just write background or background color. If you want to add a background color, or if you want to change the background of your website, right now it is white. So let's make it black. So you can just, this is the property. We have background or background color. Let's use background, and you can use the color code or the colors that you know. So let's say black. You can just write black here. It will work. So right now, let's go back to our website. Have you seen? So this is how you change the background of your website. Please, some of these properties, like I said, have already taught you. So maybe I'll be rushing. I might not be explaining it better as I did the last time, because this particular class, as I said, I wanted to start straight with how to lay out your website. Okay, so this is how you add, or this is how you change the background of your website. You can use any color. You can use any color. Then the next one, let's say how to change the text. How do you make the text visible here? Right now you have a what do you call it? A black background with black text. So how do you make it visible? You can do that by,
You can change the text to white.
yes. So you can just add color. If you write color in CSS, or you just write color, the color property, and you specify. So in CSS we have they are in pairs. We have the property and its what value. That's how it works. You have property value, property value. So this one, let's say we want to use white. So with white, the color code is FFF. You can use 3Fs or 6Fs. It's the same thing. Okay, so you can see right now our text are visible. Any question here?
Why will 3Fs and 6Fs give the same answer?
Is an question on the line? Is Kojo here? I wanted the UI UX developer to explain it to you. I think this one is, let's say, beyond the HTML and CSS class, but let me just throw more light on this. This one is what is the name? Is hexadecimal codes. This is the color codes. With the color codes, normally they are in 6. That's what we do. But technology evolves. There has been so many changes over the past years, and some of these things, some of these properties are rules. They are all rules. So they have come into agreement that whether it is black, white, if you have a color, that all the codes are the same. Let's say black, instead of using black here, you can use hash with how many zeros? 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If the codes are the same, please, are you listening? If the codes are the same, you have 1, 2,
Yeah,
3
I'm
up to 6.
listening.
You can shorten it to 3 and it will give you the same what do you call it, results. But if the codes are different, let's say we have FE D, like this code does not exist. Let me see if I can get some codes for you using this. I don't have all the codes in mind. No, this one is giving me another. I don't need this one. Like I was explaining, if you have um a decimal code that's all the codes are the same, you can shorten it to 3 and it will give you the same results. Is that clear?
Yes, please.
That's all. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, so let's move on. Then the next one, let's say we want to change the size of this text. We want to change the size of this text, though it is already big here. We want to increase it or decrease it. How do you do that? You can target it. You can just target the H tag, the H1 tag. So you can come here and write H1 and give it the property that you want to do. So right now, what we want to do, we want to change the size of the text. So how do you change the size of the text? You can just say what? Font size, right? Font size. And the size is up to you. What size do you want to give it? Let's say we want to change it to 20 and it is measured in pixels or rams. It is measured in pixels. You know, pixels is the resolution of your screen, right? Is that's the measurement of your screen. The screen that you are watching now, that it is being measured in pixels. So let's say we want to give the heading 1 or the H tag there, or all the H tags on our website to be 20 pixels. All that you have to do is what? You come to your CSS, you call the H tag, then you specify the attribute that we want. So here we are changing the size. So you just use what? Font size 20 pixels. Let's save it and go back and see what we have now. You see, 20 pixels is very, very small. Okay, let's change it to, let's say, 100 pixels.
70 or 80.
Uh, Guys, have you seen the difference?
Yes.
Sure. So this is how you change the font size of your text. This is how you change the size of your text. And this one you can play around it. There's no right answer here. You are the developer. So whatever you are doing, then you just move on. Please, you understand?
Yes, please. So
Sure.
here it means that if the traditional H1 through H6, you don't get the size of the font that you want there, you can use a CSS to increase it.
Sure. That's it. That's it. That's it. So normally the UI UX developer will design the interface for you. Then you are going to follow that and code it. Guys, you understand?
Yes, please.
Okay, let me see. I have a project here that um I'm still working on it. I'm not done. So S-Fan website. So the UI UX developer will do something like this for you. So this is a project that I'm working on. Which page should I show you guys? So let me use this. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay, so you can see this. You can see this.
Yes.
Good. So this is how it works. The UI UX developer will give you this. Then you as the developer, the front end or the full stack developer, you are going to continue and code exactly what you see. Guys, do you get the point now? That's how it
Yeah.
works. Please let me close it before someone come and say I'm using his project to teach my students. Okay, so that's how it works. So let's see what are the other properties. We can also change the color of this text or this heading. So you can give it a color of which color? Let's use brown here. Let's go back and check. So you can see you can change the color of the text or the heading. What other thing can we do? We can change the style. We can change the style. So that one, how do you change it? We use font family. Font family. Font family. Then that one, it depends on you. These are the various font family. So the font family is, you guys, you all know how to use Microsoft Word. So when you are using Microsoft Word, we have what is the name? Is it the same as font family where you have the Tahoma, what other ones? New Time Romance or
New
something.
Times
Yeah,
New
font types.
Calibri font style. That is it.
Yes, that's the font style. So it's the same thing here. Here we call it font family. Font family. So the New Time Roman that I was saying, that's it. Times New Roman. Let me use that one, and let's see what we have now. Has it changed? I think it's the same. Also, if you don't want to use this, there are options online. So the developers, normally we don't use this. We just go online and search for Google fonts. Google fonts. Google fonts. You just come to Google fonts. These are the fonts that you can use on your website. How do you add this on your website? How do you add Google font on your website? Assuming the heading, we want to use this, or it will be visible for you guys. Will this one be visible? Which one? Okay, let me use this one. Assuming I want to use, I've seen the one that I want to use. You just click on it. When you come, it is being it has different categories. So you just go through and select the one you want to use. Let's say I want to use the last one, which is bold 700 italic. You just click on it to select it. When you select it, there are two ways of adding this particular style to your website. You can use as a link, or you can import it straight into your CSS file. Let's use the first option. If you want to use it as a link, you just copy it like this, go back to your what do you call it, text editor, come to the header. This is where you paste it. Come and paste it here. This is the first step. What is the next step? The next step is go back. They are going to specify the font family rule for you. So you can see it is here. You just copy it. Let's come here. Let's give it to it. So instead of this, wow. We have 10 minutes to end the class again. I think we are going to have the last section. Okay. After when it breaks, we are going to have the last section again. Okay. So instead of this, let's change it to what we have now. I've pasted it all. So let's go back to our browser and see what we have. You see it has changed. Guys, can you see what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Okay. Please, did you get the process? Or I was running fast?
Uh,
I'm okay.
Please,
the
have it
the
okay.
the link where you
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I said with the link, you are going to paste the link inside your header, the head
Okay.
tag.
Okay. I've seen.
Anywhere. You can even bring it here. As far as it is in the head tag, it will work.
Okay.
Please understand.
Yes, please, I do.
That's great. That's great. So please listen, this attribute, we can just learn about H1 today, and it will run through all the, what do you call it, the rest of the HTML tags. This, you can use the same attribute for paragraphs, just that the size, you can't use 100 pixels for that one is up to you. Okay, what other style can we do? We can also use the font weight. The font weight. What is the difference between font weight and font size? Who can tell me?
The difference between
Font weight and font size.
the font weight, in my small view, we'll be looking at how fat or slim it is.
Okay, so that's
And the font size, and the font size will be looking at the general size of it, maybe how the height plus the width together. But the font weight will be looking at how fat or how bold it will appear, on the browser.
So that's the boldness, eh?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So here, the font weight, it ranges from 100 to 900, and as it is 100, obviously 100 will be smaller than what 900. That's how it works. Apart from using the numbers, you can also go direct by, as my brother said, you can use what the bold and those names. Please do understand. So let's use 900 for you guys to see. 900, just 900. This one, there's no measurement, just 900. So that this is 900. Let's come down to 100 and see the difference. 100. Do you see any difference?
Yes.
Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. You can see that the thickness has decreased. The thickness has decreased. Okay. So we have font size, the color, the font family, the what? The font weight. Let's move on to another one. Let's say we have text alignment. Text alignment. What's the meaning of the text alignment? This is used to position the text. This is used to position the text. So here, the values, we have text alignment, center, right, left. Let's see. So text alignment, we have what? Center. If you want to center the heading, you use this. Guys, are you following? Remember, it was here.
Yeah.
Are you following?
Yes.
It was here. So when you use text alignment center, it moves from the left to the center. Let's see. Text alignment, let's change from center to end and see. Look at where it is now. Please, are you following?
Yes, please.
That's great. So
why didn't you say right and you said end? Because where it went in alignment, that is right.
yes. So as I said, right now we are learning rules, and we are learning rules. So if you want to use right, left, top, and bottom, you don't say down, you say bottom. That one, you have to use the property called position.
Okay.
Please, are you following?
Yes, please.
Good. So with text alignment, we don't use. So let's Let's see if the right will work.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, question.
it still works. I'm listening.
Yeah. What is the difference between justifying content, which is flex end, and text align, which
Moses,
is
you want to cause trouble. We are not there yet.
oh, bet this one is almost the same, but I want the difference.
Guys, Moses, listen. With Flexbox, when you get to Flexbox, that's why I'm going to teach you how to use justify content, align items, flex row, flex column, those properties. So Moses, let's put the question in the fridge. The fridge, you do what? No one be said why?
Okay.
That's
Thank
okay.
you. Thank you very much. Okay. So
Robert,
yeah.
I am told that I just want to add a little to the text align, the left and the end scenario that I just used, the right and the end scenario that I just asked.
Okay.
That because some languages write from right to left.
Okay.
When you align, if you align and you specify that it should go left, it means the languages that write from right to left will still send it to left.
Okay.
But if you say end, it means if it is a right to left language, it takes it to the left. If it is a left to right language, then it takes it to the right, as we indicated, and it took us to the right.
Thank you very much.
For instance, Arabic language writes from right to left. So if we were coding in Arabic, probably the instruction end would have sent the text to the left side, because that's the end of the Arabic writing.
Okay. That's great. Guys, we are all learning now. So if you have any input, you can bring it. Okay. Don't say Robert is in charge, so he knows everything. No, I'm still learning. So if you have any input, the platform is ours. Everyone can contribute. Okay. Thank you very much, bro. Let's move on. So as he explained, that one is based on the language, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's great. Okay, so which other properties can we learn under the H1? There are thousands of properties here, but at the end of the day, you are not going to use all. That's one thing I want you guys to know.
We haven't used the underline.
Yeah, we haven't used underline. With underline, you can even do it straightforward in the HTML, or if you want to use CSS, let's use text decoration. Text decoration, or that one will be a text style or decoration rather. Okay, so under text decoration, we have these properties, these values there. Okay, I think he's here. Right?
Yeah.
Underline. So if you want to underline it, the property is what? Text decoration, and the value will be what? Underline. Okay, so let's underline it and see. Please, is that clear?
Yes, please.
That's great. Please, is that all, or we should still add other properties?
Anyway, we can go on, but there are still other properties, like I